Okay, guys, I had to make a quick little update to the video that I had put out yesterday about did Barrett Jackson's in Scottsdale make a mistake on the Sanford truck. Well, I'm actually not sure now. Um, After speaking with the gentleman that created the COA, you can find his info on the Barrett Jackson page for lot 44 of this particular truck. Spoke with him. I put all that info in the previous video, but there is nothing online. I've looked everywhere and had others look as well. Um, no information nowhere about a Chevrolet being used. I spoke with Blue Line Classics, North Royalton, Ohio, that has the original iconic truck that everybody remembers. That one completely documented, no issues. It's legit, no problem. It's got paperwork from when Red Fox owned it all the way to now. The other one, the Mercury, that's in a museum in Illinois. All good there. They got the original title that was in the glove box. Everything's good there. This one, on the other hand, nobody's got a clue. So I've put out two inquiries, one in an email, which I was instructed to do via a phone call. Barrett Jackson, of course, they're crazy busy right now with the auction going on and whatnot, so nobody's hardly in the office. They hire a temp staff to handle little things. But anyway, February 3rd, they should be back in the office. So I emailed them, but I want to call them as well, unless I get a detailed enough email that answers my questions. But this will let me find out how they authenticated it. How did Barrett come to the conclusion that this was on the TV show? I can't imagine they just went by that COA, but you never know. And it seemed odd anyway to have a well-known truck be put in the Monday auction, which is their lowest priced vehicles of the entire sale. So have to see what transpires from that. And I also had about a 20-minute or so phone call this morning with a gentleman who is DeWilson, who played Lamont, the big dummy himself. Talked to his manager, told him the story, what was going on, because he's the one of the ones that also gave his seal of approval on the one that Blue Line Classics has. Him and the gentleman that played Rollo, who is passed, he was there, and two of the officers, they were all there and had fun with the truck and whatnot. So the Wilson's manager is going to ask him, with all the info I provided and plus the Barrett docket information, pictures, whatnot, if a Chevrolet was ever used. He said I should have an answer back by end of the week. Rollo, I cannot remember his real name, but nonetheless, you know who I mean. He was a mechanic, and he kept the trucks running so that they could be used on set. So, interesting there. But there is a complete chain of custody for these particular trucks. The one that Blue Line Classics has, that was sold to a William Mills in '87. It was sold from Red himself for $3,000. Then it was sold from there to another gentleman, DeMitt, who had I believe it was like a salvage type business. He bought it not to scrap it or anything, but he just bought it, to have it. And then it just sat there for a long time. In 2014, it popped up on eBay. Everything was verified, good to go. Blue Line bought it. They, quote unquote, restored it, back to junkyard condition, I would say, like you would remember from the show, with a few minor changes, but no big deal. And it's on display at their dealership. And like I said, you can make appointments, go there, check it out, and all that. But that's kind of where I'm at for now. I'm not calling anybody a liar, discrediting anybody. I don't want to come across like that. I have a wild theory that I can't prove and I never can, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway, and this is pure 100% speculation. And everybody involved even said it's possible, but nobody knows. When Red Fox died in 91, he left about $3.5 million in debt to the IRS. They sold, they took his stuff, was selling stuff. Well, his daughter had the auction, I guess, according to the guy on the COA. And that's how he acquired the trucks, he said. But my thinking was she was under some, I don't want to say investigation, but she was accused of some underhanded stuff with the estate. He had no will or nothing. But she was responsible up until 2006 when she was relieved of her executor duty by the state, and I'm not sure what happened from there. But regardless, if she was hurting for money too, the way it seemed, could she have possibly faked these 3 trucks? I don't think they would have been all that difficult to acquire, and maybe sold them off to make a quick buck. I don't know. They were, from what I was told from COA guy, his father had the documentation where they all did belong to Red originally. Could he have had more trucks and she painted them up to match? I don't know. Was he just a fan of this body style, this particular years and whatnot? So maybe he had multiples. Again, I don't know. That's just speculation on my part, so I really have no idea on that. But what I will do when I get more information from the inquiries, I will make another video and try to update as best I can until I either run out of avenues to look or come up with a legit, answer, maybe paperwork answer, or from DeWilson himself saying yes, no, or I don't know. So, I really can't say. But again, I just wanted to throw this out there as a quick little update from yesterday's video. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, potentially. I didn't mean to. But upon some further research, some things are just not adding up. And like I say, COA guy, I am not discrediting at all. He's just going off of what he was told. That happens. So, we'll see how it all, pans out. And we'll take it from there. So, again, if you want to keep updated on this story, subscribe to the channel. And I would appreciate it. Leave a comment, if you got anything memorable about the show. Or if by some chance you watched the Barrett sale of this, or something, feel free to share it. I would, looking for any avenues at this point. There's not much I can do right now. The inquiries have been made. I will call Barrett again on the 3rd of February as I was instructed. Even though I did email them, I'll call them anyway. Just give a little more detail. Sometimes it's easier to explain yourself on the phone versus typing it out. So again, that's all I got for now. So appreciate all the support on the channel as always, and I'll see you on the next one.